When I started embracing my full self, my weirdness and my quirks, it was funny. I spoke to a guy I knew for a few years and I said how I'd been fully me for like a few months and how previously I didn't want to be seen as too weird, and sometimes just these subtle ways I would try fit in. And he pissed himself laughing and said, "Really? We've always thought you were weird." That's the thing. We're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone anyway, so why not let it go and start embracing who you are with all of it? The only people you can fool, it's like people in the fake spiritual identity trip, who am I? I'm doing what all the conscious people do. They only fool the other people in the group who are doing the same thing. Same with the fake alphas, same with any subgroup that is powerful, that instead of following their own path and maybe getting to somewhere with their own flavor of that, they copy the things, the material things that they do to try fit in with the cult. There are real ones in all spheres. There are truly people that are tapped in. There are truly people that are bosses that just push through this world and create their own reality. They are inspiring to us, but your path to get to where you are going to go is going to be different. There has been things stacked upon your authentic self, and a lot of it comes through the try and the not trusting yourself in the moment and speaking your truth. You at your essence can be that and more. But it starts with you letting go of the perceived things that you need to do to be a certain way, to trust yourself in the moment. Of course, there's moments of discipline. Of course, we need to use our will and move in a direction that is serving us. But a lot of it is just a letting go process and a remembering who you are. Yesterday, I met a real one. And what that did for both of us was huge. And just remembering who we are and remembering that there are other people that you can resonate on every single level that fills your heart and fills your soul and gives you courage to keep going. When you talk to these people, it was deep, it was funny, it was taking the piss, it was all the things in this effortless nature, because when I looked deep in her eyes, I could see how much work she had done to get to the point where she does operate on this level. There is no identifications. There is no need to be or betrayed a certain way. She has all of her things. She wears her shadow. She's not running from everything, but the resonance and the connection that comes from this place is beautiful. Like, we truly loved each other and just go, all the best. You got this. And it just gives you more faith to trust yourself and to keep going. That's even with me, like in my message, I hope it's not do what I do. It's, hey, maybe this clicks a couple of things in a video. Maybe it's one that's just like, aha, yes. If you work with me, it's like, yes, we want to get deeper in understanding universal laws and energetic dynamics, but a lot of it comes back to permission slips for you being yourself underneath it all. And that from your core, you do have those things, magnetism, aura. It's just authenticity in action. It's just you being yourself, loving yourself, and moving from that place. It's like if you play fake game and fake performative polarity, you're only going to attract fake women. If you want to portray yourself as the holier than out spiritual being and hang out with all of them, you can. It's your prerogative. But the real ones just want realness. There's not a, I'm going to portray how wise I am to this woman. It's none of that. We don't care. We truly don't care, because we've been through the different phases. And when you find one that you can just effortlessly connect with on a deep level, it is the soul nourishment, because human connection is probably the highest healing, bring you at peace, give you that courage to move forth. I understand how hard it is to find them. And it's not a seek. It was just me doing my thing and being on that right frequency, or just in that state of peace and abundance that they come in. Whenever I'm too rigid, whenever I'm too blocked, or I gotta, things don't seem to flow in that way. And this isn't in the floppy, flowy, passive. I'm still doing my thing. There's still times for discipline. There's still things I need to do in this life, but you can do that from that heightened state of abundance. Not all of life, you're going to be in the flow, you know that. But if I was to give advice to my younger self, the only thing would be to trust yourself and speak your truth. We're not fooling anyone, and even worse if you are, because that can keep you there. We're not here to play games. We're here to remember and find who we are at the core and start operating from there as much as possible. The world, society, family, friends, all the different things are trying to pull us off. As I said, spirituality and masculinity are a rebellious act as this world is set up in domination and control and to try put you in a box to pay your taxes and be a good boy. And we're stepping out of that. And yes, you use inspiration from everywhere else, but it is you at your core that already knows most of this stuff, yet there'll be a refinement for life, really, you know? It's like, I can say, yeah, I'm free and conscious and operating from me, but it's ever refining, it's ever growing. There's falls and there's ups and there's movements, but it's done with gratitude. It's done with like, cool, that's a new thing. Oh yeah, I knew that before, but yep, okay. It's a remembering who you are process, and life is remembering and forgetting and continually like having those moments of like, whoa, lost myself there for a little bit. Enjoy them, but remember, we're not faking anyone. They already thought I was weird. Why not be the fullness, weirdest expression of me? Not through trying to do that anyway, just knowing that your authentic expression from the freedom of consciousness is going to be unique and have its flavor. The ones who are on the edge or the real ones already gravitate towards that. Yet there'll be a heap of old people who knew you that just think you've jumped off the deep end. And you have. But it's good.